guys, my name's Lee. How's it going? For today's video, I'll be doing an image noise comparison between my XT4 versus the XH2. On a quick note on the specs between the XT4 versus the XH2 that I'm currently using right now to film this video is that with the XT4 is currently using the X-Trans4 sensor, 26 megapixels. The XH2 is packing a brand new X-Trans5 processor and a whopping 40 megapixels. With the XH2, I've owned the camera maybe a little over 2 months or maybe 3, and from my initial use or impression, I guess, is that I did notice that with the much higher megapixel count versus XT4 is that my photos tends to be a little bit more noisier on the darker shadow areas, but the advantage of the XH2's 40 megapixel sensor is that you can crop in a little bit more than you would versus the 26 megapixel sensor like coming from the XT4. Is that you can keep the same amount of detail and sharpness, which is great. With that being said, I'll be using Son Goku as my test subject for the image noise comparison between the XT4 versus the XH2. Let's get started. So there you have it. So based on the photos I've taken with the XT4 and the XH2 using the same white balance, exposure settings, ISO, and Son Goku as the test subject, was that like the XH2 does have a little bit more noise on the shadows when you crank up the ISO a little bit high, not a little bit high, but really high. But overall though, I think if you're like a wedding photographer or portrait photographer, I don't think you would care as much, because one is that like your clients won't care. Your clients won't even like know the difference, right? Unless you know they're pixel peepers, right? But that's like a rare case. And for me personally, for the work I do, you know what? It's not a big deal. Anyways, I hope that video was very informative between the noise between the XT4 and the XH2 because of the big difference in the megapixel count. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want more content. Cheers.